And we are live. We're back. Just fresh off the Monday Night Football game. Shout out the New England Patriots for getting it done. Probably the only favorite that, if you're actually betting, you actually do this for real, that you could count on, apparently. Uh, all the real bettors out there know what I'm talking about. What a crazy week, dude. What a crazy week. I'm going to kind of get into it, break it down, figure out what the heck happened this past week, and then kind of see if we can project the future to figure out where all the opportunities are going to be next week. So hopefully everyone had a great Thanksgiving, and hopefully everyone's ready for this next week. So without further ado, let's jump into it and review what happened last week. So, man, so last week we looked at this and we're thinking to ourselves, yo, this looks like it could be all favorites. It looks like favorites could legitimately dominate the day. And that didn't happen. Actually, the opposite of that happened. We had every single dog early in the week not only cover the spread, but win the game. If you would have, trust me, I have a lot of friends who bet. None of us had that happening. Some of us were a little bit wiser about seeing patterns flip to the Bengals game, but to then have the Eagles lose too was just wow. Uh, yeah, I mean you can't make this stuff up, dude. So Thanksgiving Day, how I can't even tell you guys how many people I saw picking the Lions. These are not just public. I know everyone else. Oh, did you see that? All the public was on the Lions. That doesn't matter. Sharp money. Everybody was on the Lions, legitimately, and for good reason. The Lions had every single stat to win this game that you could possibly think of. You had the division tiebreaker. You had the fact that they're at home. You had the fact that they have a crazy good Thanksgiving Day record. You have the fact that they were coming off a loss, or not even a loss, but like a bad game against the Giants. Um, just so many things going in their favor that then even that small spread, I know it says +3, I think it got as low as 2.5. For them to go out there and just lay an egg on this game was amazing. Then Cowboys Chiefs, the media kind of tricked us with this one a little bit. The media set us up with this. They were basically like, oh, this is a playoff game. This is a playoff game. Because my initial reaction when I saw this was like, damn, this seems like one of those games where the Cowboys just come out of nowhere and just play well. And so me and CJ were kind of going back and forth, like, yeah, this could happen, this could happen. And then I started listening to the media and I kept hearing, oh, this is a playoff game. It's a playoff-like atmosphere, playoff game. Congratulations, CBS. And all of a sudden I think to myself, you know what? Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs, Dallas Cowboys in the playoffs. There's no way that, I'm saying that the Chiefs lose in the playoffs with the Cowboys, right? And wrong. The Chiefs came out, and here's another thing that got me. Chiefs came out first drive touchdown, 7.70 on the board in Jerry World. What's up? Patrick Mahomes looking, Xavier Worthy looking like, how they're supposed to look. And then all of a sudden, Cowboys come back right immediately, touchdown, CeeDee Lamb. They're all jumping in the fucking. It's in the middle of my rant. It's in the middle of my rant about the Cowboys and Chiefs game and how I just got duped into one of the worst betting games of all time.
I called it.
We called it because you remember I said I was like, Cowboys. I don't really. It seems like one of those games where they can just come out of nowhere. And then I started listening to I started watching ESPN, started watching Fox Sports, started listening to Ryan Clark and Dan Orlovsky and all these other guys talk about Oh, it's a playoff game. Oh, congratulations, CBS. Playoff game. Playoff-like atmosphere. I'm thinking to myself, Patrick Mahomes, playoffs. Cowboys, playoffs. This is a no-brainer. Let me not over. Why am I playing it safe? We both know about to happen. We both know we got the belt in their hand. And sure enough, Chiefs come out first drive touchdown. Xavier Worthy looking like he's the truth, looking like he's the next coming of Cooper Cup or some shit. And all of a sudden, right back, Dak Prescott, CD Lamb, touchdown. Like, wait, what? Already? Didn't even really. Okay.
I mean, it wasn't like that. I mean, I think the first play, Dak didn't he throw he got sacked or I forgot what happened, but it just looked, Cowboys look like Cowboys. I was just like, Cowboys gonna win, man. Like it's not gonna. I remember before the game, like my brother, I got another brother. He's a Cowboy fan. I'm watching the game. I'm like, Cowboys gonna win, man. They're like, the Cowboys, man. They suck. I'm like, come on, man. You know what I do. I'm like, I'm not talking about the Cowboys and the Chiefs. I'm talking about the Cowboys and the Chiefs. I mean, they're like, CJ always talking about, what's he talking about, man? Check the score after the game. I'm like, hey, what'd I tell you? So yeah, it was. I saw all the storylines. Oh, the Cowboys, started playing on Thanksgiving back in 19. I'm like, man, here we go.
Yeah, we never seen it look like this. We never seen the pro. I'm telling you.
Like you said, I'll give you this. Like you said, I did call this, but like you said, you had the best description for the Cowboys. They're built. The way they're built, they can just win when you need them to. Like when the script says, all right, Cowboys, we need y'all to win, they just look.
This is true. Because I didn't trust my read. I'm so mad at this.
Now, I did not know all the games. I didn't
these other guys anymore, dude. Like,
I didn't know all the games. I didn't know all the games were going to be. Even the Packers-Lions game was really good. It was a good game. Like it was a good game, but I didn't think all of the underdogs were going to win. But Cowboys, I knew for sure. Cowboys, I was like, it's a lock. So, oh man, but yeah, crazy. The Ravens, at least. The Ravens, like
the Lions game. Literally everybody was on the Lions. Like I had some friends hit me up who are like professional bettors. They were all like, "Oh, you got Lions?" I'm like, "Yeah, I got Lions." And we've all had Lions for different reasons. Like even look at the sports betting pages, the meme ones on Instagram. Everybody had the Lions. And some people had the Lions because of like some weird referee stuff. Some people had the Lions. Bro, the Lions had every single stat or reason to win that game. The Lions had it. Like it wasn't just like we're just blindly picking them. They had the division rivalry split, right? Because the Packers already blew them out in the first game. They're at home. For whatever reason, they always do well on Thanksgiving. Like they had every reason to win this game. Aiden Hutchinson, their pass rushers doing super well all of a sudden. Like, bro, you guys, they run the ball well. Packers don't stop the run at all. You guys had every reason to win this game, and all of a sudden, you guys find a way to just, bro. I'm watching that last play. I'm like, okay. I'm like in the car driving to my uncle's house to go get some food. I got Stream East out, on the dashboard, checking the game. Bro, fourth down, Lions, the Packers all of a sudden go for it on a fourth down. They never go for it on fourth. They're going for it on fourth down, going to pass the ball. I'm like, come on, guys, we just need it. If the announcer, if the Lions get this ball back, they're in range. They could. And legitimately, they're on the 40. If they don't convert this, the Lions they got about 2 minutes left to go. Like I'm like, okay, yeah, this is scripting. This is minus 3 point spread. This is a good script, bro. Just throwing Jordan Love, bro. He throws a pass that I'm just like the most perfectly placed ball you could ever throw. Time. It's like, bro, what? It's like, that don't do it. Jordan Love, he's been great all day. I'm like, that was weird. But surely the Chiefs first play, or not first drive, touchdown. Xavier Worthy looking like he's the truth, looking like he's the second coming, like he's that dude right now. Patrick Mahomes, I'm like, I actually took a breath. I'm like, all right, I do it. We're back. We're back with all that foolishness. Then the Cowboys just coming back. And then some random white guy. I'm not even really watching the game. I see him. He catches the ball, jumps in the little red bucket thing, and I'm just like, who was that guy? Like, we just letting anybody just score now? Like, Pickens, 28 catches. Like, bro, can someone guard? Like, seriously, these dudes just like world beaters now. CeeDee Lamb always open. Like, bro, there's two people they're passing it to. What? Dak Prescott, this guy scrambling like perfectly, sliding like no mistakes. So I'm like, bro, y'all niggas scaring me. Can we play some defense? I thought you guys had Andy Reid. I thought we had Taylor Swift. Like, what's happening? These niggas, I don't even remember what the game was. I just remember seeing Cowboys eating turkey in the locker room, coach going crazy. I'm just like, bro, oh, this guy's maybe coach of the year. I'm like, nigga, what is going on? And as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, all the games are going to go to the underdogs. Now, I'm a little gun shy at this point because I'm like, it still doesn't make sense that should happen. But for whatever reason, in the early games, the early slate, usually if there's a Thursday game and there's like a what do you call those types of games? The overseas games, they have the exact same result. Like, it's weird to say it now because they've already passed it. But if you just go back in time and just look, okay, Thursday game, and then they were in London, the results are almost exactly the same. So the Thursday night game, they had an underdog cover the spread. That London game, guess what? Underdog cover the spread as well. So it's not super shocking to me that these early games all match up, but it was just so many. I'm like, bro, because we were actually anticipating it go the other way, where all the favorites cover and the favorites all win. This went the opposite. Nobody had every single favorite losing, including the other favorite here that's not on the screen, Philadelphia Eagles at home. So
yeah, that was true. Yeah, I mean, the only Thursday the only game I was like, Cowboys are gonna. The other two, I was like, they could go either way. To be honest, I didn't expect the Ravens to lose, but the only one I was confident.
Get blown.
Yeah, I know. Exactly. I don't know. Thanksgiving.
People came out on Monday saying he's trash. Lamar's trash. Oh, he lost. Bro, hey, 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Oh, he's washed.
Yeah, Cowboys were the only team I was confident with. Surprisingly. But again, it's only because of the script. I mean, I did not expect going into the week. Remember last week, I was like, man, this looks like a very easy, but no, a lot of the favorites, like you said, a lot ended up losing. But yeah, man,
it got so bad that they're calling for the Eagles coach's head. I saw someone put a terrorist hit on him, calling the police on him and stuff, saying, "Hey, come pick this bully up," because
that's what happens when you win a ring. It's high expectations. You can't be losing to. Hey, but the Bears look nice, man. So Bears Packers, those are those are two teams I'm looking at right now for that division because
it's but hey, Sunday comes around. You know what I'm saying? We had a really so at this point in the week I'm rattled because now I'm not super rattled, but I'm distraught because I lost a lot of money on these games that I thought were going to be pretty slam dunk. Yeah, they all ended up going the other way.
Rams.
So, the Rams were the first game that I called last week. Literally the first game that I saw. Once I saw that 10, like Panthers plus 10, like, oh, the Rams are definitely gonna. They're not they're gonna lose because I think we both said the Rams are definitely gonna win the game, but we definitely said the Panthers are gonna cover that spread. I remember vividly saying, like, bro, Panthers at home, Ricky Dowdle, for whatever reason, these niggas are like undefeated at home. Some other people online were saying basically if if a West Coast team travels to the East Coast midday like that, it's usually a wrap. It's usually just like the flight's too long or whatever. So, a lot of people were just on the Panthers, but the public was heavy Rams. Like Rams, the last time we saw the Rams, they were putting that belt to the Buccaneers. What's your name? The quarterback couldn't even, couldn't even continue anymore. Had to tap out. So I can see, and then the Rams legitimately looked good in the game. Like Puka Nacua, potentially catch of the year. Matt Stafford still throwing no looks. And the Rams, they opened up the game with a touchdown. Like they looked good. Problem was, Panthers hung around a lot, and Matt Stafford started throwing pick sixes, random as fuck. A guy throws no look, all of a sudden he's throwing pick six. Never hasn't thrown a pick six the whole season. All of a sudden he's throwing pick sixes. So yeah, Panthers ended up not only covering 10 points but winning the game. Okay, all right. Now I picked the Panthers. I had the Panthers like plus 17. I'm chilling. I'm not really worried about that game in particular. The Jets game, Jets Falcons. Another game where I didn't really call it, but I did tell you, I was like, I don't trust the Falcons. I would not be surprised if the Jets come out. But I couldn't really put my stand on it because it's the Jets. You know what I'm saying? It's the Jets. But I don't need to see any more games. Tyrod Taylor. He is what they're trying to make Geno Smith out to be. He is what they're trying to make Justin Fields out to be. The guy is what's the right word for him? I won't say a game manager, but like he can win you a game. Like he's kind of like a Marcus Mariota, He's one of those guys where it's just like he's not going to be the issue. Like if your team loses, it's like y'all don't have enough talent. Like y'all didn't draft well. It's not because like, oh, quarterback can't do this, can't do. Nah, he could do whatever you need him to do, but you better have a defense. You better have some people who actually can play and make things happen. So Jets win at home. This was a shocker to most people because Jets are the Jets, but Jets win at home. Falcons, for whatever reason, if the game is outside, these guys, they're like the opposite of the Miami Dolphins. If the game is outside, like because they play in a dome, most of their division plays in domes. If the game is outside, all of a sudden, these just trash, bro.
Well, I think I called it. What I said last week was this is one of those games where if Falcons lose, like it's over. Like they're on the don't even touch them list. So moving forward, they're not. I think they had those 2 weeks. They look good. I think they went on. But nah, man, they're not. Don't trust them. Don't put your money on them.
Shout out Kirk Cousins. Actually getting getting paid for once, getting paid for actually doing his job for once. The boy had the cleanest jersey of all time. Now he's finally out there breaking a sweat, earning that $100 million 5-year contract. Like, cool, great, good for you, Kirk. Like, actually, put yourself in harm's way and like. But yeah, Kirk Cousins, washed quarterback. If the Falcons are playing outdoors, it's a wrap, bro. I'm not really touching them. They're playing an away game, it's a wrap. So the only time to touch Falcons potentially if they're at home. Other than that, they're off. The Saints-Dolphins game, god damn. I already know niggas lost money on this game. The Saints look at this.
I think
the Dolphins were minus 5.5. Remember, like when we were talking about this last week, we were like, oh, this is like the safest pick. Like the Dolphins are definitely going to win this game.
Yeah.
And the 5 points, I'm like, of course they're going to win by like they're going to murder these dudes. And they were for about 3 quarters. Then all of a sudden, a guy I've never heard about from quarterback, Tyler Shuck, this nigga throws a back shoulder fade like he's Aaron Rodgers. At like the last 2 minutes. And these guys scored touchdowns. And next thing you know it, they're going for 2. And then not only I think they didn't get the 2. Somehow they threw an interception and the defense ran it back. So now the game goes from 2-point game to a 4-point game, the most random shit ever. And then they actually recover the onside kick. but the guy touched it too early, like a yard too early, and that was the game. I was just like, bro, what just happened? So now
Yeah.
the script, the Saints cover for like the first time all season. The Saints cover by 1 point.
Personally, I don't, do the whole covers thing. So I'm just looking at, straight up. So yeah, we called it last week. Dolphins. I mean, it's the Saints.
Yeah, Dolphins
But
should have won the game, but the fact that it was this entertaining was crazy. Buccaneers, Cardinals, literally the same script here. Buccaneers are up like 13-0. All of a sudden, the Cardinals come roaring back, make a game of it. Buccaneers have too much talent. They had a couple of people come back. Chris Godwin, some other people came back. Baker Mayfield, I thought he was hurt. We thought he was hurt.
Yeah, we did. Because
bro, nigga took a Tylenol or something. All of a sudden, he's out there just. I'm like, all right, bro. You guys could have just told me he was going to play. All this, like, oh, we don't know.
Oh, well. Yeah, but again, it's still, they got more talent. The Cardinals, boo-boo. Like, we need a Cardinals, Saints, Falcons, boo-boo. Don't even put your money on them. Look at the Jaguars. Look at the Jaguars.
Interesting. They're not just handing out wins. Like, they're making these niggas earn it this year for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Jaguars, Titans. Jaguars absolutely destroy these dudes at home.
I think we called
division rival.
Yeah.
Thought this game would have been a little closer. It wasn't. It was embarrassing. Shador Sanders, Niners, Browns. This is the game that I was on the record saying, like, yo, he's about to take this. And guess what? Halftime. You want to know what the halftime score was? You want to know the halftime score? 8-10 Niners. The reason it was 8, they had 8 points. Then they get through like a 50-yard touchdown Hail Mary pass perfectly. And then they went for 2 and actually got it. They were up 8-7. Who goes for 2 that early and gets it?
Sanders.
I was like,
yeah.
Okay. We
again,
got to at least cover the spread. We may not win it, but we're at least going to cover the spread, make a game of it. Like, these niggas got blown out 26-8.
Yeah, I didn't think they were.
Bro.
I don't do covers. All I knew was Niners were going to win. That's all I knew.
Bro.
The
way that game was going, the Niners should not have won that. I don't know, because I didn't really watch it because it's Brown. I'm not really watching them like that. But come on, bro. It's 8. Your guys are up 8-7. Like, there's no way, there's no reason other than stupid coaching as to why you guys lost that game.
Well, they're still learning.
The Browns are basically, they're a version of the Titans, where the Titans coach was so bad, these dudes were like, he was literally costing them games. Right now, Stefanski, he ain't really trying to coach to win, right? He just bullshit.
That's true.
So, as much as I like Shador, like, we're gonna look at all his games that he has left. I doubt they're gonna win any games. I literally don't think he's going to win any games. And either something's gonna happen at the end of the season. Stefanski's gone or Shador's gone. Both y'all niggas can't. We ain't running this back. Someone's got to go.
Shador ain't going, man. Shador ain't going. I'm putting my money. Shador staying on the Cleveland Browns. What are you talking about, man? You think they're going to send him somewhere? They're going to reward him?
You want to know how many people tuned in to watch this bullshit game?
Who cares about that, man?
No, that is the reason. That's the reason why he's going to stay.
The NFL doesn't work like that.
It does work like that.
No. Maybe now that they're trying to, start this new script or agenda, maybe, but they don't care about, you bring all this attention. We should, They're just like, sit down, boy. Go play, boy. Get on that field, boy. That's all. That's all they care about.
It depends on the team. It really does depend on the team. The Browns,
Cleveland,
the worst
Sanders.
team.
Well, Sanders specifically, they have it out for him. Come on.
I'm just saying the Browns do care. The Browns do care. There are certain teams that don't. There are certain teams that do need the money. They do need the attention. They will sell the team if they're not making enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
I say they get rid of the coach before they get rid of Sure.
Like if Shador's on the Chargers, bruh, they would be so thankful to have like, you know what I'm saying, some
As
attention.
much as that would, you're right. Even someone like me who does not like the Chargers, I'd be like, okay, the Chargers got, it'll be
That's
interesting.
what I'm
But
saying.
it's not gonna. That's not how they're thinking. They're not trying to. They're not trying to reward him. Oh yeah, let's send him to LA. Come on, man. You're gonna reward the guy?
No, no,
They
no,
trying
no.
to.
No, what I'm saying is that for a franchise like the Browns, like you like having a guy like Sanders bring some attention. Like maybe if he was on the Jets they wouldn't care because New York media is too big already for him to really matter. But Browns, like bro, they had 6 million people live watching the Browns game. They don't even get that for like most other games and or sports, period. Like that's one of the biggest like viewing experiences that you're gonna see across all sports. So the guy, you're talking about box office and all that type of shit. Like, if you're the Browns, you guys aren't really making money off jerseys, and like you guys are not. That's not where your money's coming from. Now all of a sudden, this motherfucker moving, he getting butts in seats. People are getting their season passes again. People are like that matters. So Stefanski, hey man, it's been fun, bro. Like it's been cool. Great coach. Respect you. You did your thing back in the day, but like, just clean out your locker room. Don't make it hard for us. Like, you know what it is. No hard feelings. Don't call us. We'll call you. Pick your paycheck up on the way out because it's a wrap, bro. There's no way this coach is staying again. Like, he's just not. Colts Texans. This is another game that I think I called out where I was like, I'm not really touching this game because something just told me the Colts are suspect.
I was surprised, yeah.
Colts at home, division game. They haven't played each other yet. But apparently the Texans always beat them, or at least they have for like the last couple of years. And apparently Daniel Jones is hurt, apparently. But God damn, the Texans were just in control this whole game. Like it was never like this wasn't a surprise. They were literally winning the whole game. So that was shocking, especially because the Colts lost last week. Seahawks, Vikings. So that was it. So this was the morning stuff. So the morning stuff was, I know you don't really follow the dogs or like that, but you had 5 dogs win in the morning against the spread, 3 of them outright. 2 of the dogs that won beat the most popular teams in the morning. The Panthers, the Texans, and I guess the Jets beat the Falcons, so they're popular pick. So once dogs went 5 and 7, I already knew. Because I bet live, so I had Texans, I had Jets, and I had the Panthers. So your boy was coming back. I wasn't in the green, but like after that crazy early week slate morning, I was looking good. Now you just had 5 of 7 underdogs go against the spread going into the afternoon slate. So you have 3 games: Seahawks game, Charger game, Bills game. I already knew like all the favorites are going to cover the spread. Maybe 2. Actually, I thought 2 out of 1. I thought the Raiders were actually going to maybe make it a little bit closer. All the favorites end up winning by blowout. Seahawks, in the most embarrassing fashion you can possibly think of, Diddy party with no baby oil. They just made that look just disgusting. It was literally getting like to the point where I was like, oh, when niggas are like, oh, this college team can beat this NFL team, you're just like, oh, let's actually see what that would look like. And then you watch that Seahawks versus Viking game, and you're like, oh, let's never say that Ohio State can beat the Raiders. Like, let's just not go there. Because, yeah, that game was – you should have put the mature warning on that game. That wasn't for kids to watch that shit, bro. That was just – then you had – the Raiders did kind of make it interesting a little bit. The Raider game, I could just when people talk about the game, NFL is rigged. Just watch that Raider Charger game. You see things in that game. You're just like, really? Geno Smith, first and goal, trips over nobody, loses 10 yards. I'm like, bro, what the was that? Brock Bowers makes a crazy one-handed catch for a touchdown. Oh, pass interference. All right, replay, third down. Brock Bowers again. This time, one-handed grab off the ground. Touchdown. I'm like, thank God this nigga is on this team because, man, Justin Herbert hurt his hand, doesn't have his tackle blocking. All of a sudden, this guy throws for fucking 300 yards, 3 touchdowns. Chargers are just rolling whenever they need a completion. The guy is just money. It's like, bro, what is going on? Chargers cover the spread easily. Raiders, they sweep the Raiders at home. And then you got Steelers, Bills. Now, this is another game I actually knew that the Bills are going to win this game pretty obviously. I tried to tell Toss. Love to cape for Aaron Rodgers. And it was obvious what was going to happen. Josh Allen turns into Superman, which means he's running, he's throwing, he's doing cheerleading, he's doing whatever they need him to do to not only market white quarterbacks, but also just like have him win the game for everybody. Bro, James Cook, one of the stupidest turnover fumbles you ever seen in your life. You're thinking like, damn, it's just not going to be a good day for these dudes. Cam Hayward, the tackle for the Steelers, in Josh Allen's face, like, yeah, nigga, what's up, nigga, what's up? And I'm just like, oh, even the announcer's like, damn, he's not the one to really be messing with like that. Josh Allen better chill out, bro. Bro, all of a sudden, Aaron Rodgers tackle, fumble, bloody nose for a touchdown recovery. I'm just like, that's it right there.
I mean, again, it was a simple week. If it wasn't for, like you said, because you did say something about the Texans Colts, to stay away from it. If it wasn't for that one, that warning, I would have been like, oh yeah, the Colts. But no, other than that, man, like easy week. Thursday, I was like, hey, just stay away, man. Don't even, if anything, just go Cowboys. Like, don't, because it's gonna be an easy week. But yeah, it was interesting. Yeah, and the Broncos, yeah. I mean, that's
Josh Allen and the Bills are like they're the AFC Cowboys. They're also a team that's built to either just get their butt handed to them or just run through anybody. The most awkward, like they're the perfect script team. It's just like, we can do whatever you guys need us to do, or we can just lose in dramatic fashion. Like, there is no in between. You forgot the Bills lost to the Falcons by blowout. You remember that game when we made all that money? Bro, the Bills are the most random, but we'll get into it later. We got an interesting game coming up this next week. I just want to rant about this for a second. The Broncos. So, okay, let me set the table here. So, dogs go 5 of 7 in the morning. Favorites go 3 of 0 in the afternoon. Now, this is my fault. I got a little too excited because I was circling this game all week as the game where I'm like, this is where I get back. This is where I get back everything. Here's what I learned this week, and I hate the fact that I keep learning new shit as we keep going along, but here's what I learned this week. The Sunday night game corrects the entire Sunday slate. So whatever happened in the morning, whatever happened in the afternoon, this is the game that balances all that out. This doesn't balance all that out for the week. So Thursday is irrelevant to this game. This game only has to do with Sunday. So you got 5 dogs who won against the spread. And then because of how the afternoon went, you have the favorites also winning against the spread. So now you have a very balanced day against the spread. If you look at the entire week, it's not balanced because we had a bunch of dogs win in the week. So we had 9. So basically it would be 9 out of 14. So it's over inflated on the dog side for the week. But on the day, what only Sunday night cares for is actually balanced. And that's what fucked me because I was thinking about the week.
I mean,
So
we also gotta. I mean, maybe I think we've already established that underdogs just means like it doesn't mean an underdog is just whatever the numbers are, right? But at the same time, some of these are just not really underdogs. I forgot what it was earlier, but those games in the morning,
come on, bro.
like they weren't really like I guess upsets. I guess upset is the word that I'm trying to say, not to get confused.
Just look at the record. Look at the record.
I'm talking about the earlier games. The later games were already locks. Like those ones were. I'm talking about the earlier ones.
Oh yeah. No. Yeah. This is why, like, when we talk about the script is more dependent on the spread than it is on anything else.
That's what I'm saying on the numbers, specifically. So that's why it makes sense when we say underdog, because some of them is just like,
Because if you know the script too, like even the earlier games make more sense as to why certain teams lose and stuff like that. This game here, I thought the Broncos would cover this because honestly, like the Broncos are the better team. This same Commanders team got blown out against so many other people. And I'm talking about the one with Mariota in. Mariota, they lost to the Chiefs by like 25 points. The same Chiefs team that lost, probably a worse Chiefs team that lost to the Cowboys this week, they destroyed this Commanders team. So, and then to be honest, the Broncos had this game won so many times. In overtime, they literally like went 4-0. They called a bullshit penalty late. Then all of a sudden they go down for the touchdown so many times that they could catch the ball. The last possible play of the game, they let these niggas score a touchdown. I'm just like, bro, and then they just block the extra point like it was nothing. It's just like, bro, just for this, literally just for this, because we had the spread covered. I'm literally watching the game just like, I'm like literally like in my head, I'm literally about to say Broncos country, and then the niggas throw a touchdown, and I see this. I'm just like, why is this like, bro? First of all, I didn't know Terry McLaurin was gonna be back. I thought he was out for the season. This nigga is not even playing the full game. He's taking like breaks, all these like coming in and out. The last play of the game, you know who they're going to. These niggas don't cover him. Peekaboo. I'm like, nigga, like this is so. You didn't even need to do all that. Like you guys could have just ended the game down 7 points, spread covers. Nah, these spreads are important. These spreads, this is what the script is built on, is fucking spreads. So yeah, last chance to cover for the night goes the opposite way. Of course, the Broncos are going to win. I still won 2 other bets because I picked the Broncos money line, but like the one bet where I had most of the money on was the spread because the odds are better. That's why you pick the spread. It's like the odds. The money line odds are usually not that great. But this is one of the best. Bro, if you guys, I don't know if you watched this game. I felt like I was watching the Super Bowl. Like some of the plays they were making, I'm just like, this is Mariota. Like,
yeah, a lot of you can see a pattern in most of the games that were, like where the underdog could have won. They were all close. Like everything was close this week, which is cool. I mean, entertaining week, I guess. Holiday week.
If I'm a casual, I'll be like, damn, this dude, bro. This is every team. Any team can beat any team. This is why it's important to understand these spreads. Bro, the Panthers beat the MVP level, greatest, hottest offense, and what? Like the Rams are rolling, bro. Literally had a highlight of the year. Come on, bro. Any team can beat any team, and that's why you have to really understand the script because you don't know when the rug pull is gonna happen. because you're telling me Marcus Mariota just outdueled like the best defense. Supposedly the Broncos are best defense. Come on, bro. This is. And then today's game, bro. I already knew the Patriots were going to cover. Why? I just said it. This game corrects the entire week. This game corrects Sunday. What was the week? What happened earlier? 4 dogs cover. Sunday, 3. So we have 7 dogs against the spread. That's 7 of 15. That's about 50%-ish. But you have 10 dogs against the spread. 10 out of 15. 10 out of 15 teams. That is literally, let's see, 10 out of 15 cover the spread. It's 60. It's almost 70% underdogs cover the spread for the entire week. This game was such a lock that Patriots scored 17 points in the first quarter. 17-0. There was never a doubt that they were going to cover the spread and win this. So we definitely picked the wrong game to go against the spread. But I did put a little bit of money on this. I thought I was going to practice like a hedge, but it wasn't even necessary. Patriots cover easily and get it done at home. Told you guys that they should have kept in Jameis because for whatever reason, that guy can actually cover spreads. But they put in Jackson Dart, no talent on the road. No talent as in like he has no help on the road, playing one of the hottest teams in the NFL. When a bunch of dogs already covered the spread, it was a wrap, bro. You already knew. You saw if you watched the first quarter, you weren't surprised at the ending. That was our week. Somewhat annoying week for me, but I did learn a little bit more about how the NFL is trying to run their wrestling league. You know, sometimes you think like, oh, okay, of course The Rock is going to win. Then all of a sudden, you know, Mankind comes out of nowhere, hits him in the balls, sneaks out of the ring. You know what I'm saying? Vince McMahon hands him a check, and The Rock loses. And you're just like, damn, what? As a kid, you're just like, wait, what? How did that happen? Like, I thought The Rock was going to win. And it's like, nah, we got the storyline. So this week, first game up, we got Cowboys-Lions. This is a very difficult game to pick. This is one of those games where, again, we just don't know. This game was actually -6 for the Lions. It moved down to -3 for the Lions, which is a big swing. After the Cowboys came out and dusted off the Chiefs, again, like CJ said earlier, the Cowboys could win any game and they could lose any game. We don't know what's about to happen. So, and the Lions are at home again. The Lions the last couple of years have embarrassed the Cowboys to the point where they're literally running trick plays. They're having like their offensive linemen score touchdowns for them. Like it was just, I feel like the Cowboys get back this game. I feel like the Cowboys are like, hey, I remember all that shit y'all was talking last year. Yeah, here's this belt. Like, I feel like the Cowboys just go in there.
Yeah, man. I feel the same way. I mean, let's just say, man, well, my answer would be I'm staying away, but if I had to choose, I'd say the Cowboys win. Also because it's going to be on Amazon. You know, it's just something about it. They're going to be on Amazon. Like Jeff Bezos, he's Team Cowboys. So, but I don't know. I'm staying away from it personally. But again, I got that feeling like Cowboys might just, I'm staying away.
This, bro. Here's a question. Here's the only question. And this is what I said last time too about the Lions. Can you get hands? Can you put hands on Jared Goff? If you can put two-hand touch on Jared Goff, the game is over. Period. If you can put two-hand touch on Jared Goff, then the dude forgets how to play football. Dude folds like clean sheets. Charmin, right? The guy is just, Snuggle the Bear. From the laundry detergent. The guy can't, if you can touch him, it's over. Now, the Cowboys gave away Micah Parsons, who just beat him, for, I don't know, a guy, I forget the guy's name, Kenny Clark or something. But they did get a new guy from the Jets, Quentin Williams. And now all of a sudden it looks like they're getting pressure on Mahomes. They're getting pressure on Mahomes. Jared Goff, who can't run, who can't move, small hands, hates pressure. Cowboys, apparently the only team in the NFL smart enough to draft 2 number 1 receivers. I don't even know why these other niggas in the NFL like, oh, let's get 1 number 1 receiver and let's get like a number 2 receiver to go with them. These guys were like, hey, you guys don't want that other number 1 receiver for the Pittsburgh Steelers, George Pickens? Oh yeah, we'll take him. Yeah, for pennies on the dollar. Yeah, we'll take him. Oh, he's a problem. We'll take him, bro. People are saying George Pickens is better than C.D. Lamb. I mean, they're saying like the stats are saying that him and Dak have the greatest connection since like Moss and Brady. Like, what? So you got 2 number 1 receivers, and you rebuilt your defense in like 3 games, playing Jared Goff, who is allergic to pressure. And you guys have been getting destroyed by these guys all season long. And you guys have basically the same record because you guys tied. But basically, you guys should have about the same record. And it's a short week. And we know anything can happen. Short week, Thursday night games. Public's probably going to go with the Lions. So you guys are going to be that underdog, sneaky favorite that Vegas can cash in on real quick. Pick up a quick bag. Because people are going to just glaze the Lions. Yeah, man. Here's the thing. Here's what I would do too. Wait till halftime. Let's just see what the scores. If the Cowboys are anywhere near tying or dare I say lead, if the Cowboys are up at halftime, it's a wrap, bro. Take all your rent money and put it on the Cowboys. Right then and there. Don't even question it. Just be like, hey, are you sure this is your state? This is your 4-1? Yes. On the Dallas Cowboys. You're sure? Yes. Cowboys should not be winning this game. Even if the Lions are winning, but they're barely winning, I would still be suspect. This is such a small spread that it's very unlikely that the Cowboys are going to cover 3 points. So therefore, either the Lions blow them out or the Cowboys win this game by definitely more than 3 points. Maybe by 3 points. 3 points would be fine. But either the Cowboys are going to win this game or the Lions are going to win this game by more than a touchdown. Like, there is not going to be this in-between bullshit that's going to happen. So one team should be in control by halftime. So I would say, hey, wait for half. I don't want to wait for halftime because what if I miss? Bro, this is not a game. We saw what happened on Thanksgiving. Sometimes you just got to chill out, just see how it's going, right? But if it even smells like the Cowboys have a chance, and they've already played 2 quarters, and we don't know who's going to win the game. It's too close to call. Cowboys, period. Unfortunately, it seems like it might be their year. They're the team that, like, they're like the perfect Vegas team because, like, nobody wants to believe in them, but they have, like, enough talent to beat everybody, and their record is so good that it's kind of believable that they can just win these random games. Then we go into Sunday. Let's just say that the Cowboys find a way to cover the spread. Maybe they win the game. We go into Sunday and we're looking at the spreads. We got, okay, everybody's favorite screw-ups, the Atlanta Falcons, led by Kirk Cousins, playing Sam Darnold and the unstoppable-looking Seattle Seahawks at home. Spread, 7.5.
And, yeah, I mean, here's what I'll say. If there's going to be an upset, it's going to be this game. But I see the Seahawks winning, though.
Honestly, I looked at some of these games earlier. We've had a lot of underdog weeks.
Yeah.
I feel like this is going to be one of the favorite weeks, especially in this morning slate.
I have
because like Seattle's just so much better than
the Falcons. Yeah, and we just said the Falcons are now on that list, that boo-boo list. Like, y'all not even, so
yeah, like I feel like the spread is too small actually. Like, because if I just ask you, like, dude, Falcons are gonna win, you'd be like, how? I'd be like, I don't know, but I think they're gonna win. That's my point. It's like, we don't even know, like, how are you guys gonna win this game?
Other than the Falcons are at home.
You guys
And
so inconsistent, injured. Like it just doesn't even make sense how they would even like the Seahawks defense just gonna like fall asleep. They're just gonna. So yeah, I think Seattle covers the 7 actually. To be honest, uh,
yeah, I would put Seahawks on the. This is one of those bets where I'm like
but no,
Seahawks because again,
you're just money line though, right? So money line, you're saying
for straight money line, I would. It's just one of those bets where it's like, hey, how Falcons, I would not bet on them, right? They just lost. The previous week was just that game where it was like, can I trust them at all? No, they lost to the Jets. So are they going to lose to the Seahawks now? But if I look at the score in the morning and see that again, sometimes it's those games, like it's the first game, and it's like, all right, parlay's done for the whole day. So it's like if it's one of those games, like it's going to be that game. Because I'm
here's what I'll
looking at
say
the other
too.
ones,
Here's
I
what
don't
I'll
see
say
that
too.
happening.
This is gonna be one of those like I'm betting the morning a little differently now. Now in the morning, I figured out that like wait till the first quarter ends for most of the games, and just see what the trend is looking like. Because it's gonna be about 7, sometimes 8 games. And we know what games are supposed to be what game. You know the popular everyone's betting on this game. This game has all the big name teams. Just see what the trend is like. Are the favorites dominating? Like it's like, damn, they're clearing the spread by a lot. Like 5 teams are clearing the spread pretty easily. Or like last week or this past Sunday, yesterday, are the scores kind of similar? Where it's like, damn, there's a lot of ties actually. The games are kind of close. Like I thought the Rams would be destroying the Panthers, but Panthers are still kind of like only down by like a field goal though. So based on that sort of trend, you can kind of tell like, oh, underdogs are going to cover the spread or favorites are going to cover the spread. So this is one of those games where like if the Seahawks are going to cover the spread, that first quarter should almost be they should probably be up by 10 points by the end of the first quarter. If they are, that's a sign that all the morning games, the favorites about to cover the spread. Especially if you see more, like at least 3 to 4 different favorites doing that. Another favorite that could do that, everybody's favorite team right now, the Cleveland Browns. Bro,
Yeah, I think the Browns win. Yeah.
Cleveland Browns minus 3.5 against the worst team in the NFL. Other Cam Ward, the other rookie quarterback who went number 1. Shador was supposed to go number 1. This nigga went number 1 instead. Shador's at home. So 3 points. All he needs to do is score more than 3 points. You know what I'm saying? Watch the Browns come out with a fucking touchdown first quarter. Be leading at half. If that happens, if you see both these, it's a wrap, bro. If you guys are gonna bet live, don't second guess it. It's a wrap. Don't take a crazy. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You got to know the spread to even know what to take. But if the Browns come out and they have them by a touchdown, I would definitely try to see if I can get like -5 or something like that because they're definitely going to win the game. Then we have Vikings Commanders. This is a game that, to be honest, I would probably stay away from this game. It looks stupid.
I'd stay away because they both suck. So.
But from what I saw from the Vikings yesterday, they have no quarterback. They have a high schooler playing quarterback. Yeah, nothing else needs to be said. Commanders should win this game by underdog win. So yeah, I'm just gonna go Commanders there. That's a game where you should probably, if you see that if the Commanders are up by the end of the first quarter, or it's like a tie game at halftime or something like that, Commanders are gonna win the game. Period. Bengals Bills. This is one of those games where again I would stay away. This is one of those games where like
I think Bills take it. Yeah.
What's your reason?
Because Bills are better. I think Joe Burrow's back, but because he's back, they're kind of like what's the word for it? They're kind of like playing to their full, like the season's already kind of done for them. So they're just kind of like playing whatever. Bills, obviously, they're not having that season that they would like. They're trying to win those games where it's like, oh, this is already, for sure. I don't see Bengals playing for anything right now, so Bills take it.
Now, here's the thing.
But again, that also just that kind of is my point for why if there were to be an underdog win in the morning, it would be the Falcons beating the
Seahawks.
The Seahawks, because every other game is pretty,
the Falcons are not doing shit, bro. I'm just gonna put that
okay.
out there right now.
All right. Well, Browns are taking it.
I like the Browns
are taking it.
I like the Commanders pick. This is the only.
The only Commanders should win. Yeah, Commanders should win. But I would stay away from it just because both teams suck. It's like, but yeah. All the other ones look like Bills look like locks. Browns look like locks.
Yeah, Commanders actually have a real quarterback. Commanders have a quarterback that actually started games for another team before. The Vikings have like a high schooler at quarterback. There's levels to this. There's not rocket science. Bengals Bills though is challenging. For what it's worth, the Bengals, for whatever reason, Joe Burrow plays really well at the Bills Stadium in Buffalo. Apparently, he usually goes there and just cooks all the time. So that is still in the back of my head when I think about this. Also, again, the Bills are the AFC Cowboys. The Bills could win any game, they could lose any game. I could easily see them just fumbling this. The same way that the Colts fumbled their game. I do see this being a shootout. Look at the total score, 51 points. That's about 25-25. This could be a shootout. Joe Burrow usually has Josh Allen's number, to be honest. He's like the smarter version of Josh Allen. Josh Allen is more like Brett Favre type, where Joe Burrow is more of like a Tom Brady type. So Joe Burrow usually wins the head-to-head battles, but I don't know. I mean, he already beat Lamar.
Yeah, but Lamar, we already they call him washed, man. They call him washed for a reason.
After he lost.
Nah, nigga washed. He been washed since he lost last year.
Nah.
Now when you put it like that, it would be an interesting, that would be a game to watch. But my money's on the Bills again for that reason. The Bengals are, Burrow's back, but I don't think Bengals are playing for anything right now, and they've been that, they've beaten the better teams. I've seen Joe Burrow do his thing against Mahomes, against Lamar, against Josh Allen.
And the Bengals usually get hot at the end of the season for some reason. That's when they usually do a lot of their cooking. It's at the end of the season.
Because because they're still in the hunt. Right now, they're not in the hunt right now. It's over.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see.
They're right there, because if we go and look at their division, the Ravens are leading. The Ravens' record is 6-5. They just beat the Ravens. Actually, I think the Ravens are 6-6.
So you're gonna say, yeah, I get what you're saying, but again, I don't. Because again, Ravens are 6-6. Okay, you think the Bengals are gonna beat them again?
Bro,
nah.
Bro, they didn't just beat the Ravens. They beat the Ravens at home by blowout with Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. All the better teams lost Thanksgiving, man. So it was one of those things. So all I'm saying is, it's the Bengals. Yeah, last season they were great last season. Look where nothing happened.
Bro, I don't think you watched the game that I watched against the Steelers. There was a reason why Toss was like, man, Steelers, because Bills looked so trash early in the game. It was 7-3 at halftime Steelers.
The Bills, yeah, I mean, they're not reliable either.
And that's why
it's not like they're.
I'm actually. You're talking me into it. The more you keep talking, me into Bengals.
We'll see. Hey, every week we have that one game. I think last week the game was the Cardinals and Bucks, right? I was like, you were just saying, oh, Cardinals. I was like, no, Bucks don't take it. But you thought Baker Mayfield was out.
Spread. No. I said Cardinals covered the spread.
The spread. You were talking spread, yeah. So, but this week, we can do Bengals Bills. But I'm taking the Bills.
Yeah. Now you talked me into it. I'm like, Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm going with the bank because you know
Alright.
you're like a for whatever reason you're like a contrarian. Everything else but football. So you always go for the favorites. You always go for the safe picks. So now you kind of mirror the mindset of America, you know, like, oh, let me go for the team that, let me just, oh, is everyone on this team? Oh, yeah, I'm on that team too. I'm like,
In some
nah,
cases,
this is the one
yeah.
game. This is the one game where people look at it and be like, the Bills are the better team. I'm like,
And we'll
y'all
find
must have
out.
forgot. Y'all
We
must have
gonna find
forgot.
out. We gonna
Y'all must
find
have
out.
forgot. That Colts game, apparently CJ Stroud owns the record right now against the Colts. He's like undefeated against the Colts. Y'all must have forgot. I own this house. Yeah,
Man.
I think now that
Okay.
you talked me into it, Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase go back in there like they never left. Both put up around like two touchdowns, about 280 yards, no picks, clean jerseys, and just waltz out there. Everyone's like, damn, could the Bengals actually win the division? And
Okay.
Josh
See
Allen, oh, does Josh Allen have enough help? Does he have enough help? That's literally what's about to be said.
Oh, the same Josh Allen that we were just earlier saying. Oh, that's not the type
Yeah,
of guy. That's
they're
not the
the
guy you mess with.
Cowboys. I keep telling you. I keep telling you they're the Cowboys. That's why I look like they're the perfect team where it's just like, yeah, we could just flip flop the narrative at will.
Maybe. Okay, we gonna see. We
All
gonna
right, so we
see.
got two teams covering. We got two teams. We got two dogs. I got two dogs covering the spread. I got two favorites covering the spread. Right? We got Browns Falcons.
Okay.
Browns Seahawks, and I got Commanders Bengals. The last couple games is, let me see if I can back up a little bit. Ravens Steelers. Ravens are the favorites, and then we got Jets Dolphins. Jets are the favorites at home.
No, Dolphins favorites.
Oh yeah, you're right. Dolphins are favorites on the road against the Jets at home.
Yeah, makes sense.
Sticking on that game for a second. Dolphins already, they didn't really embarrass them, but they beat the Jets by like, actually they barely beat the Jets. I remember that. No. Was that same game? They beat the Jets by like maybe two touchdowns or something. At home when the Dolphins were at home. This is for the season series. Jets just off a fresh win. They look like a brand new team with Tyrod Taylor. And they're getting plus 2.5, which basically is such a small spread that you might as well just pick money line at this point. The spread's so small. So do the Jets. And then also last week or yesterday, Dolphins almost coughed it up against the worst team in the NFL, the New Orleans Saints, and the Dolphins were at home. So, do the Jets roll the Dolphins, or do the Dolphins go for the season sweep?
Dang. See, so me personally, I'm gonna stay away from it. I'm not gonna put on a parlay. Hell no.
No. You got to pick a pick though. Make a pick though.
Hold on. I'm not gonna put on a parlay. Hell no. But all that being said, the reason I wouldn't put them on the parlay is because if I was putting on the parlay, I would take the Dolphins because they're just, the better team. That's
You like favorites.
But sure. But if you do want to mix them, if you're feeling risky, take the Jets straight up on a straight bet on this premise. They're at home.
Mm-hmm.
It's December. Let's check the forecast. It might be raining in New York. I don't know. The Dolphins, they're not good in, weather. Also, this is one of those division games. Like you said, Dolphins already beat them. Usually, both of these teams suck. I don't know if Dolphins are one of those teams that's going to sweep, a division, team. So because of that being said, Jets, it's not a dumb pick. It might actually be one of the smarter. But hey, Dolphins might come out and handle business. So, but yeah, I wouldn't put them on the parlay at all.
Yeah, this is one. There's a reason why that spread is 2.5. 2.5 is basically a coin flip at this point. It's a tough one. I don't know what version of the Jets we're gonna get, and I don't know what version of the Dolphins we're gonna get. The Dolphins looked good for most of the game, but they almost gave it up. Jets were kind of in control for most of their game, and they almost gave it up. Tyrod Taylor did some miraculous things I've never really seen a Jet quarterback do.
Yeah.
It's going to be an interesting one. Now, it looks like, I don't know if this is today's weather or if this is projected for what it's going to be, but it says it's going to be mostly cloudy, 34 degrees. It's going to be a cold game. That may be the indicator right there.
Yeah, it says the 7th, so that's Sunday. Yeah, Dolphins, Sunday.
Yeah. But, so even though it's not going to be rainy or anything, cold and Tua, that's not a good mix. That is not a good mix.
Mostly cloudy.
Degrees. No. 34 degrees is what I'm on. Do you know how cold that is? Water freezes at 32 degrees.
So
they're saying it's going to be windy and icy cold. Jets are at home.
Hey, what am I telling y'all? Come on, sometimes you got to think about the outside factors.
Yeah, I don't know why the Miami's fans.
But hey, I'm staying away. I wouldn't put it on the parlay, but if you want to be risky and make some money, take the Jets underdog. See, that's what I like to do. I like to take the favorites, but
because I've learned in the past, as a seasoned better, I know not to take Tua in outdoor conditions, right?
Yeah, exactly.
If Tua doesn't have his North Face jacket on, it's a wrap, bro. Jets. So now the dogs are actually up the spread. So now it's 3-2 dogs on the spread. Going to Steelers, Ravens. Ravens at home. I don't know. I think this is the first time they're playing each other. Their records are completely identical at 6-6. This is for the division winner. Like, not winner, but leader. Whoever wins this game is number one in their division. Ravens are at home and they have to spread -5 favorites. You said Lamar was trash, right? You said he was washed, right? Also, Aaron Rodgers might actually be washed. Like, literally, he may not be able to play this game. Although he did finish the Bills game. You know what I'm saying? This is a different game, new day. Even if Rodgers does play, and they need him to play because Mason Rudolph just looks incapable, it looks like an easy cover for the Ravens. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, it's Ravens.
So now we're 3-3 against the spread, and it looks like we have 2 more games. We got Saints Bucks, and then we have Colts Jaguars. Now Saints are the worst team in the NFL. Bucks already beat them, so this will be for the sweep. The Bucks record just lets you know that they are going to sweep the Saints.
They're going to sweep, yep.
The 8.5 is interesting. To be honest, I would not be surprised if the Saints covered that. The Bucks did blow them out the first time.
You're right. It's hard to blow out a team twice, but I don't do spreads, so I wouldn't know. But I wouldn't be surprised if Bucks blow them out.
I wouldn't be surprised either.
By a touchdown.
I wouldn't be surprised either.
More than
it's
a
the
touchdown.
Saints.
Yeah.
It's the Saints. I
Bucks
wouldn't
at
be surprised.
home, yeah.
8.5 is just a lot of points. It gets to a point where it's just like, damn, are you guys really not going to give up any garbage time stuff? But at home, division rival. And also, here's another reason why I would go with the favorite spread on this. For whatever reason, not for whatever reason, Baker Mayfield hates the Saints because apparently he thinks that they tried to injure him on purpose, intentionally try to hurt him.
I remember.
So now he just goes hard against these dudes every chance he gets. So if he knows the spread is 8.5, he's not letting them finish by a touch. He's getting that extra field goal in there. He's not going to just take his foot off the gas. So Buccaneers definitely cover the spread, actually. Now I've talked myself into it. They're definitely going to cover that spread. At home? Yeah, of course. Jaguars, Colts. The spread here is 1.5. That is interesting. This is the last
It
morning game.
is.
Right now,
Yeah.
technically, it is. I guess it's 4-3 in leading in the favorites. Now the Colts are 1.5 favorites against the Jaguars on the road, division game. I don't believe they played each other yet, unless I'm mistaken on that.
If the Colts were full on underdogs, I'd take the Colts, but I think I'm
Let me
gonna stay
double check
away.
that. Let me just double check and see if they played each other yet. The Colts now. The problem with the Colts right now is that Daniel Jones is he's not he's hurt, like in a sense that like apparently his leg is bothering him, so he can't run as much. So that is an interesting thing to look out for. The Jaguars have their own injuries, but and they're legitimately like a weird team in the sense that they're bad, but they have a good schedule, so they win a bunch of games. It looks like they haven't played the Colts yet. Yes, so this will be their first game against the Colts. Their records are exactly the same.
Okay.
Technically, the Jaguars look better than them right now, but I wouldn't necessarily say the Jaguars are the better team. Do the Colts go on the road and just mollywop the Jaguars? They're gonna have to get it done with the run because I doubt Daniel Jones is gonna be able to do what he needs to do with a hurt leg. So who do you have more faith in?
Away from the game.
Records are exactly the same. In this situation, home team usually has the advantage. Now, do the Colts lose 3 games in a row to the Jaguars, who are at home, division rivals, the first game in the rivalry? Daniel Jones is kind of hurt. At least he's not 100%. They do have MVP candidate Jonathan Taylor. Trevor Lawrence looking capable. No Travis Hunter. The spread is 1 point. The spread is basically a coin flip. Now, me personally, who do you got? Who, like you said, what?
Like I said, if Colts were underdogs, I would take Colts. But because they're still favored to win, I mean, technically, right? That's what I said earlier. Like underdog means we're going technical. So I'm gonna just stay away because it's just too, I don't know, it's too weird.
Right now, let's just assume that we're correct. Right now we have, I don't know why it's not going to be.
Yeah, maybe. I think Jaguars take it, so I'm gonna stay away.
Right now, I would say
Kind of weird that Colts aren't the underdogs.
Right now, I would say that the Jaguars take it. Because right now, I don't know why it's not letting me do my. Oh yeah. Right now we have 4 favorites because we picked the Bucks, and if the Jaguars win, we'd have 4 dogs. Even slate. I don't think I've seen this sort of slate before in the morning where it's just basically even going into the afternoon. That actually make it really difficult to pick the afternoon game
this season.
Yeah, it'd be really difficult to pick.
I mean, I'll tell you right now, man. Broncos, Rams.
You're just picking
Broncos, Rams. Yeah, Broncos, Rams.
I know that the Raiders and Broncos already played each other a couple weeks ago. Raiders covered the spread. The score was 10-7 Broncos. 10-7.
Raiders are not, they're not.
No, everybody's favorite team, the Broncos, only won by literally 3 points, 10-7. Nobody can score any points. Let's not. So now you're telling me the Raiders are getting it at 7 points at home, afternoon. The morning slate just went 4-4.
Yeah, so it's gonna be half in the evening. So you got
division game.
You got Broncos and Rams winning. Like there's just no way There's no way.
So you're telling me, okay, so you're saying
the Bears
Raiders.
and the Texans can win. That's what I'm saying. We're talking about half and half. Okay. Rams and Broncos are winning. If the Raiders beat the Broncos, hey, I'll give away I'll give away a jersey. I'll give away an NBA authentic jersey to one of the viewers. Okay, if the Raiders beat the Broncos, if the Rams lose to the Cardinals after losing to the freaking Panthers, come on, man! Like, no, it's not going to happen. Plus, those are two teams. Those are two teams that are trying to like get a spot. You just lost some footing. Like, you're not going to lose. Come on, man. So
you're right. I mean, two division games
that I see.
I mean, you got two division games.
Yeah, only two teams that I see. It's Texans and Bears.
You got two division games. You got both teams. Like, it's a big discrepancy. You got like literally the best team in the division versus the worst team in the division. The worst teams are at home. Yeah. That makes it kind of awkward. I honestly think that the Raiders and the Cardinals are both going to cover the spread. Because you look at these games, imagine if we're correct on the morning that it goes 4-4. 4 dogs against the spread, 4 favorites against the spread. Coming into the afternoon slate, there's the most balanced thing that could happen would be that the favorite wins the game, dog covers. So because the Broncos have covered before, now that they're at home, I would kind of lean into that. Everybody and their grandmama expects the Rams to blow out the Cardinals. But what people don't understand is like the Cardinals don't get blown out. If you go back and you look at all the scores from the games they played, they don't get blown out. Their defense is not the problem necessarily. So
this is the Rams, man. All of a sudden you're not putting on for your team. All of a sudden you're not.
Bro, man. Rams blew out 2 teams. It's not like they blow out. Like, they've only blown out 2 teams, and the one of the teams that they blow out, the other team lost their starting quarterback.
I say the Rams come out and win like 20-something to 3.
You're saying a blowout?
I'm saying a blowout, man.
I
can't wait for Sunday this week, man, because it's just I see something.
Are you gonna bet on the spread?
I'm not gonna bet on the spread, man.
You just said 20 to 3. That's bigger than the spread.
This is for the viewers. This is for so when we come back next week, it's like, hey, if y'all put in the bet for me, I'm gonna stay with my straight ups. I don't do spreads and stuff. And y'all let me know how it goes for you.
You're saying Rams by. You're saying Rams. You're saying Rams against the spread. Rams are gonna cover the spread. They're gonna cover the 8 points. Is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Rams by blowout against a division rival at home.
Gotcha. And you're saying, you're trying to say that it's going to be a close game. But nah, man, it's going to be a blowout.
No, it could be, but
games you don't even got to watch.
Like legitimately, both teams could cover the spread. Like, these spreads, this is basically a touchdown. Both teams could easily win by 10 points. Like, that's very doable for both of these teams. Now, did it happen the last time they played? When the rate was 10-7 on Thursday night? One of the lowest scoring games, most boring games of all time, and the Raiders couldn't even. So I'm just saying, like, it depends on what the NFL wants. If the slate is so balanced, now here. This might be the giveaway. This Packer game, Bears game, I have no idea. Because their scores are so close and both teams are kind of rolling right now, it makes sense that the home team would have the advantage here. It just does. Also, the Packers are a big favorite. I don't know why they're 6 points. Like, 6.5 points is a lot.
I'm saying this is actually I've been waiting for this game since the week that the Lions lost to the Bears. I think it was. I forgot who they lost to. But yeah, man, Bears trying to win that. This is for the division. Again, this is for the division right here. So
the first time they're gonna play, they need to play each other one more time. But But yeah, whoever wins this should be ahead. Also, I think the Bears are the number one team in the NFC right now. So technically, if the Bears lose, like Packers take that spot, it's a big game. It's a big game for everybody.
Remember, and last year we were talking about Jaden McDaniels or Jaden Daniels from the Commanders. Oh, number one pick versus the quarterback, and now we got Caleb Williams, the number one guy. So yeah, happy for him. The script is NFL cooking this season, so I can't.
Yeah, I mean Bears Packers. This game hasn't been relevant in such a long time. It's interesting to see it now and this
Jordan
sort of
Love,
spot. But it's also weird to see that the Packers were so heavily favored in this spot when Bears just dismantled the Super Bowl champions when the Packers got
That's what I'm
beat by
saying.
the Eagles.
And that is why underdog Bears. Now we haven't got to Texans Chiefs yet, but we just saw the Texans beat the Colts. Texans aren't actually bad like we've all season and we said the Chiefs ain't. So Texans might actually beat the Chiefs. That's
Hold
what
on, bro.
I'm just
Hold
saying.
on. Let me get through one game first. Bears Packers. You're saying Bears.
I'm saying Bears. Bears. Yeah.
Ah, man. Bears are another one of those. They're another one of those cowboy teams. Like they're literally built like the Cowboys and that other team. Who else we're talking about? The Colts or the Bills? They're literally built like one of those teams where they could look good in any game and also look trash in any game. So, but I would say the Bears have the more talent. They have the more talented team though. Like their team is just like on paper just better. Less injuries, more stars. Yeah, that's basically it. Less injuries, more stars. Packers have the better quarterback, obviously, but Bears quarterback is like super raw, super like he's like a super. I don't know. The guy is like crazy talented. So like at any point he can look like the best quarterback out there. So
yeah. Still
I'm surprised. I'm not surprised the Packers are the favorite. I'm surprised that the number is so big.
Yeah.
Like this game should be way closer, and it's just not. So I wouldn't be surprised if honestly I think the Packers probably do win this game, especially because it's at home. I think the home team does have a big advantage, and I feel like Micah Parsons is probably going to earn his paycheck. Like people just forget that Micah Parsons is on that team. I think
that's true. That's true.
That Caleb Williams, hey, all that scrambling you've been doing, yeah, none of that, no more of that. That's not now.
That's true. That's true.
The Packers, they drafted that receiver, Golden something, I forget his name. Show up, earn your paycheck. Christian Watson or whoever the Christian something, I think he's back now. Remind people that he's actually good at playing football. So I just think that the Packers at home going to do their thing. Should be a pretty cold game. Caleb Williams, I feel like he does okay, but who's more likely to make that big mistake? Caleb Williams. So, yeah, I think they come back down to earth for a little bit. I also thought the Bears' schedule was kind of weak anyway, where the Packers actually played some real teams. So yeah, I like the Packers, but I don't like this number. I think the number is a little high, so I wouldn't be surprised if the Bears cover that. Now, how the slate's going to go is going to be determined by this game here. This is going to determine how the afternoon goes, if you can pick this game correctly. So this game's going to be tough because we just said the morning can be dead even in the morning. So if things are dead even, the afternoon kind of skews it and it can skew things in a certain direction. So Texans, Chiefs, the records are literally the same. Chiefs, coming off a loss, but they're at home. They don't really lose at home a lot. Minus 3.5. It's a decent number to cover. Yeah, CJ Stroud back. Supposedly the Texans have one of the best defenses in the league right now. They just proved that against the Colts. The Chiefs, Defense looks like it has some issues. Not terrible, but like they can't really get the stops when they need to get the stops. That's an issue. Their offense looks okay, but again, you're coming against one of the best defenses out there. Is that going to be enough? Yeah, I could easily see the Texans winning this game, to be honest. Let me ask you a question. Let me just see, because I think this game is easier to understand if we can kind of go back and look at these other games. Just looking at Sunday, how many underdogs? So basically, if there's not a lot of underdogs winning by Sunday night, you're going to need at least one underdog to win. So Seahawks, Falcons. Do you think the underdog actually wins the game? Or just the Falcons? Not against spread, like actual win.
I think the Seahawks beat the Falcons.
Yeah.
Oh, no, this is this week. Yeah. Oh, well, yeah, I picked the Seahawks, but again, I said if there were to be any
No.
Oh, you're asking me straight up.
Gun to your head, straight up. Like,
oh, you're asking me straight up. Okay, yeah, Seahawks. Yeah, I'm taking Seahawks.
Yeah, I'm like, if you think that the Falcons actually have a legit chance to beat them, you can say that, but like, you have to put your money on the line somewhere.
No, I'm
Seahawks. Browns are the favorites here over Titans. We both have the Browns.
Browns, yeah.
Commanders, Vikings. I think we both have Commanders.
I'm staying away, but gun to my head, I'm taking Commanders, yeah.
Okay, so the Commanders would be one underdog out of three. Bengals, Bills. I don't know if
I'm taking Bills. You were saying Bengals, remember?
I did say the Bengals, yeah. I said the Bengals. All right, I'm going to take the Bengals. So that'll be 2 out of 4 for the underdogs. Ravens, Steelers, we both said Ravens. Jets, Dolphins. That's 3 out of that's 3 for 6. Buccaneers, Saints, we both said Buccaneers. Colts, Jaguars.
I think we picked Jaguars, right?
I said Jaguars.
I'm not taking the Colts. Yeah, I think we picked Jaguars.
That's 4 underdogs potentially winning games.
That's what it was. 4 out of 4.
That might be a problem. If four underdogs win in the morning, not even. Well, yeah. Let's just say because those 4 underdogs can win, then we're not going to factor this game in, but like legitimately, the Cowboys could win this game. There potentially could be 5 underdogs on the week. Coming into afternoon game, Broncos, Rams. Broncos and Rams definitely win their games. So then you only have the Packers, Bears. If you truly think in your heart of hearts, okay, yeah, my money's on the Bears. Because either way, like that, if you do think that, that's 5 underdogs on the day that have won so far. Let's see, it was 6 games, 9. Yeah, 6 out of 9.
And it's possible that it's not even half and half in the afternoon. It could be the Bears win and the Chiefs win. You know, the Chiefs could win and the Bears could win. So
well, okay. What I'm saying is like, based on how the day goes, Sunday should be the opposite of that. It should be like the balancing effect of how the day went. So if you're telling me like 5 underdogs win outright on Sunday, that's more than the usual balance. You would have 5 out of 9 games go in favor of the. You had 8. No. Hold on. You have 8. So this would be 4. 3, 10, 5. Yeah, so it'd be like this, about 45%. still a lot of dogs to cover, especially if the Cowboys had won already as well. Going into Sunday, five dogs winning outright is a lot. That would mean the Chiefs would have to cover. If the Chiefs covered, that would mean that would basically mean the afternoon probably went very dog heavy in the afternoon. It was kind of balanced in the morning. The afternoon would kind of need to lean a little bit more in favor of dogs if the Chiefs were going to cover this. So the Bears winning actually does make sense. I think the Bears winning would actually add to that equation. Potentially, the Raiders and Cardinals could actually cover those spreads. It is a, division game at home for them, so they do have an advantage to kind of keep it close at least and not get embarrassed. And the Bears legitimately could actually win their game. So, yeah, if that were to happen, the Chiefs covering the spread, which right now I can tell you probably, I don't know. I'd like to see where the public's at on this, but I would say that I wouldn't be surprised if the public was pretty heavily on the Texans, and then the Chiefs all of a sudden just cover the spread, but it's nothing.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like that would actually make a lot of sense.
That I wouldn't be surprised. But the Bears winning, hey, I could be wrong. I could be 100% wrong. But they just.
Another thing we could see too is because it's so balanced in the morning, we could see like money line and then money line favorites, dogs against the spread in the afternoon. So all the favorites win, but they don't cover the spread in the afternoon, all three games. So Raiders, Cardinals, and Bears all cover, but they don't win. That could be that's another possibility. And if that were to happen, Chiefs definitely cover for sure. Yeah. If one of them even wins, if there's four more underdogs that have won earlier in the day, and one of those teams wins, one of those underdogs wins, probably going to be the Bears. Definitely Chiefs cover the spread. If all the favorites, cover the spread, Broncos, Rams, Packers cover spread, or not even all of them. Maybe they just go 2-1. So like maybe the Packers don't cover the spread, but the other two teams do. Everything tilts in front of the favorites, and so therefore the Texans at least covering the spread against the Chiefs makes sense, but that spread is so small that they'll probably just win the game and they'll give it to them. So that is how I see it. So the big part of this week is going to kind of be on the lookout to see how that morning slate plays out. If it goes 4-4, everything we talked about in the afternoon is on the table. So the morning slate is going to be a difficult one to bet on because it's so balanced that you literally have to go like rewatch this whole podcast and be like, what games did they say to like we're going to go this way or that way. But let's just say 4-4, things are even out by the afternoon.
Yeah,
the games are still going to be challenging. It's going to be one of the harder big games to pick because there shouldn't be any obvious tails from the slate. If anything, you may just want to wait until like 5 o'clock to see like all the smoke settles and see like, okay, how do the teams go against the spread, and then place your bigger bet on the Chiefs game, because at that point it should be obvious. Like once we get to the Chiefs game, it should be very clear how the day went. If you're trying to bet in between the day, it's like it's going to be. This looks like one of the tougher slates to call because there may not be a clear pattern right away. So
it's just one of those things where we don't know which. It's hard to perfectly pick each upset. Like one of them might be off. Like it's always that one. You're always like, oh, really? So that's the hard part. But yeah, it does seem like it's going to be kind of half and half, right?
Yeah, and you may gotta bet live. Like this may be a slate. This is not like a set and forget strategy. This ain't last year.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
This is like, hey, like actually, at least check it at halftime. Like if you're gonna bet these games live, like check it at halftime. What's the score? How are the other games going? And then it's much easier to bet on them. But it's just so much. It's so much work to do that. Like, you know, I don't like betting live sometimes. Sometimes it's just like I gotta like now I have to watch the game basically, and sometimes you don't have time for all of that. So I may just chill out and just like wait for the spread because the Sunday game, by the end of the day, once you see how teams did against the spread, Sunday and Monday get very easy to pick. Like I didn't even watch Monday. The easiest bet I've won probably all in the last 30 days was tonight's Monday game. I turned Patriots by 17. Like, oh, I don't even need to watch this anymore. That's actually what I might do, just because some of these games, just like some many games can go either way. That it's just like, all right, let's just chill out and just see where it goes, make a good decision, and get out of this week because this week's about to be even more annoying for people. But cool, that'll be it. Hopefully, we can stick to the plan and make some more money cover from last week.
Yeah, entertaining games nonetheless. So should be a good one.
Let me see.